Good evening, all. I'm really glad to meet you all in this introductory session for RICS and AIQS APC process. So first of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Asmi Sharif. I'm one of the founder of School of Sheriff, and I'm working or maybe acting as a chief mentor for the School of Sheriff. So with that introduction, I don't want to take time to explain myself, right? I'm directly going to start the learning process about RICS and AIQS APC session. So before I get into that session, I would like to recall you all one very important message. Before you start to think about any of your learning, think about yourself. Who is the responsible person for my own growth? So I just want to make a very small message to tell you all, think about that. And at the end, you all will identify, I'm the owner of my own growth, no one else. Yeah. So you are the one who is going to work out behind your growth to get the things required for you to make your life sophisticated, or maybe I would say that very, enjoyable by escalating your level to expected level. And before we get into the subjects, learning about RICS AIQS procedures, I want to make one very simple information. The world, you all can identify that we are growing to the world, or we are moving to the world, which is going to be completely advanced, as well as the world will be very much technically engaged. And do you think that when the world moves to that pace, we can manage as well as win with that our very simple BSc qualification? Do you think that? Right? So do you think that you are going to win within that circumstances, or within this, scenario, you're going to win with your BSc? With that level, you're going to go and fight with all other people, and you're going to go to some top management, top level. And top of all, think about how long you're going to work as a QS. So all these kind of questions you will raise from yourself in order to bring a one very specific answer. No, I'm not going to work in that situation. No, I'm not going to fail. No, I'm not going to be the person who failed in his life. We all are working as a front line runners. I always tell to my students, I do tell them, in a project, we are the first people or the first line people who very often go and speak with the client in terms of money. Even though you have a finance department for your project, commercial is the one who will deal with all the money required for the project. You are the one who is going to bring the money for each and every month from the client to the project. So always, you as a commercial personnel, you are going to go and directly face a client. If not today, maybe tomorrow, day after tomorrow, or maybe after that. So in order to face such a situation where you're going to go and fight with the client to bring the money in, you need to have some kind of good knowledge as well as qualification. We have learned many things in our previous life as a BSc. Previously, as a BSc degree personnel, where we learn many things. We learn about, integration. We learn about, many theories and everything. Have you ever thought, or have you ever, brought some kind of imagination? When did I use these kind of theories? Have you ever thought about that? Of course, definitely, you might have thought about that many times. Have you ever used that? Frankly, no. Myself, I'm a qualified engineer from back in Sri Lanka, from one of the well-known University of Peradeniya. I earned my BSc in engineering, but unfortunately, not in a single day I used my theoretical knowledge. And from the engineering, I moved to commercial, and I identified that commercial is something completely different than my learning. Commercial is completely different than my learning. So I started to learn many things which is really required for the available a viable industry, the industry that we are going to survive for another 10, 15, 20 years. Then all the learning that I learned, and at one point I identified that there is one kind of chartered level of, knowledge where we need to go and get it in order to survive within the industry. To be very frank with you all, I went to identify and started to read what kind of requirements that we need to fulfill. And myself, I identified that everything RICS expects from us, nothing more than that from our experience. Can anyone believe that? I don't know how many of you got a knowledge about RICS and what is the procedure and how do you do and everything. But to be very frank with you all, the RICS, they are going to teach you, or they develop their subject which is completely related to your day-to-day activities. For example, you are going to learn about cost report, which you will use if you are a commercial person, you will use for your employer as well as for your subcontractor. CVR, we will use tendering for your subcontractors and everything. We will use our tendering. We will use our estimation. We do use our procurement. Everything that we are going to deal every day in our day-to-day life, that will be lectured under RICS. So I identified in one point, of course, in RICS, if we are going to submit some document to RICS which is related to our experience, RICS made some kind of subject, and from that subject you need to write based on your experience and give that to RICS, then RICS is going to come and ask some question from that. Think about a BSc degree exam. You're going to learn some kind of theories or maybe other information that was invented by someone else, right? You'll go and learn blindly. And you're going to come back and sit down for an interview or an exam where all the exam questions will be designed by someone else, your lecturers or principal or someone, whoever it is. But when you go for RICS, remember, in RICS, they don't ask any question from anywhere except from your own exam paper. Ask me what you are talking. Own exam paper, what is that? For RICS, you need to submit 1 or 2 documents, very important 2 documents. And RICS will ask question, there will be an interview after you submit it. RICS will ask question only from that document, ideally. But of course, there will be 1 or 2 question, or maybe let's say that 5 or 10% of the question outside of your document, but still those questions will come within the syllabus that we will learn or you are going to learn. Imagine in a world, you're going to prepare 2 documents. You're going to go and give the document to someone else where he is going to ask question from that document. You already know all the answers. You already know all the answers. You got to know all the answers. You're going to go sit in front of them and they will ask question from your own exam paper, the one that you prepared. Then they're going to ask question. Previously, someone, of course, I don't want to criticize that one. Someone, diverted me from RICS to somewhere else. They say that no, RICS is very hard. Don't do that. So later I identified RICS nothing but our own experience. And also I identified many people, they don't want us to do our MRICS. And many people, when you go and tell them, I started my RICS APC process, and they will tell that, oh, you started, Muhammad, it's very hard. Then turn back and ask him, who told you write very hard? Definitely he will not tell that I know. He will tell that someone told. Follow the chain. At the end, definitely you will identify someone who started this rumor or maybe myth where he said that he doesn't want you to get MRICS first, or he already got MRICS. He doesn't want you to get MRICS to get benefit. So only 2 reasons. One, he already got MRICS. He doesn't want you to get the same benefit. Or the second one, who does not have knowledge about RICS process. So considering that myths, in order to remove all those kind of myths, we're going to learn today what is RICS and why to join, what are the benefit, type of them, as well as similar to that, we're going to learn about AIQS too. When we speak about RICS, RICS is royal institution. Most of the time, when you ask some people, they will tell that RICS means Royal Institute. The difference between institute and institution means they are going to regulate hundreds of thousands of, let's say that many professional, not only quantity surveyors. Of course, RICS was started back in 80s, and they started with the reason that we need to regulate surveyors, but later they identify not only surveyors, many building related people we need to regulate. So they started to include that pathways also within that. So in RICS now they have around 17 pathways or 22 pathways, QS, facility managers, and many other things. And also RICS all over the world, they have a qualified people around 150,000 professionals. 150, think about it. It's not something like a normal members. They are chartered professionals. Think about your own countries. How many total engineers chartered will be there, right? It's going to be very limited. And also this 150,000 all over the world, around the world. And also they, RICS, they will make you to a very high level standard. How many of you have felt working with the MRICS personnel going to give you some kind of good knowledge and good ethics, good manner? Of course, one or two, we can't avoid that one. But most of them, you will feel some kind of, that, VIP gestures. They will treat you something like very nice, because RIC has made them to treat each and every people. They do regulate its members. It's not like you're a member, go home and stay. They do regulate you. Similar to that, time to time, if you are a member, they will ask you to follow some kind of good standard. If you are going to take a measurement, follow this procedure. If you are going to do procurement, follow this procedure. But it's not compulsory for you to follow them, but they are going to be something a good, very nice standard. And also, RICS, they do check themselves, and they do check what are the development occurred to the industry as a building construction industry, and they do regulate themselves. They do update to the date. RICS is a well-known, recognized institution. And do you know that one, to use royal, they need to get a special permission from king or queen? How many of you know that? In front of their name, they use royal, right? They can't use, of course, you can find, you might have identified plenty of equipments and many other things, they delivered or they started to produce with the name of royal king, royal so-and-so thing. But that's not the royal, original royal. Royal mean they are very, very, very prestigious, as well as that's under direct pattern of king. So to use that one, they need to get a very specific approval from the king. They got that. Very specific institutions within the world got that royal approval. Very specific, right? So this is why RIC is such a very top notch. Not only that, if you have your, let's say that engineering degree, if you are going to bring the engineering degree to GCC country, like for an example, I got my engineering back in Sri Lanka. If I'm going to bring my degree here, do you think that Saudi government will accept my degree without anything? No. If you are in Dubai or maybe Qatar especially, even though you got your degree, you need to go and give that to our what is that, municipal testing. You need to give that to them. You need to go for an exam. Then they will tell that, yes, you are an engineer. But remember, if you got RICS, regardless whether you got it from Sri Lanka, India, Pakistan, or Egypt, or maybe GCC, or maybe UK, or England, Australia, wherever it is, wherever you go, that level will be accepted. RICS chartered is equal to diploma only. How many of you know that? It's just a diploma, but that will be recognized as a very top because of its standard and good practice. So whenever you get your RICS, you will feel like you got already 5 stars. Wherever you go, you will learn many things. RICS will give you many guidance and everything. Time to time, they will update you. So you will learn many things. as well as, very importantly, you will earn good. Why RICS people, they do earn good? Because they were properly regulated by one of the well-known institution. Mostly, your clients and everyone, whenever they go and select any of the standard, what they will tell, I need European standard, I need Italian standard, or something like that. Mostly they will prefer British, as we use British standard also. They will tell that, oh, I need this washroom to be something like British standard, right? So why they are such a standard people? They are the one who ruled all the countries. And they are the one who made and brought many laws, regulations, standard and everything. Because of that, they are very old, they are rich in that culture. And if you are the one who is going to carry that, you will be protected as a huge valued person. And remember, as I said earlier, if you have RICS, MRICS, regardless of the country that you are going to go, you will be treated as the same MRICS. Why? You have such a knowledge, field knowledge, and the current updated knowledge. That's why it will be considered as an international passport. And some countries, you know that one, like in New Zealand, they are expecting many people to migrate to that country. They are giving additional points if you have MRICS or specialized chartered in quantity surveys. And also more than that, if you are a chartered person, a client will have a full hope that this person is well qualified by RICS. So I'm going to give the project and he will handle the works in an appropriate manner. He knows all the standard. He will manage it in an appropriate manner. That's why RICS going to be, or maybe that's being valued as a top one, right? Of course, I wouldn't say that MAIQS is equal to RICS. Don't think that MAIQS is well below than RICS. And when we speak about RICS, in RICS, of course, we have many qualifications. They do give student membership as well as registry, associate, chartered, fellow. And only for the two of that qualification, you need to submit certain documents. So I'm going to discuss those two membership and what are the documents we need to submit and how we can obtain that one. The very first one, associate RICS, or we call that as ASSOC RICS, where they are going to be considered as a very entry level people, and mostly very minor experienced people or very minimal level of experienced people will go and join with that. And also remember, RICS is an inclusive company, institution. The meaning of that, even though you don't have degree, you can go and get your MRICS, but not directly, but you have pathway. You don't have any degree. You have a relevant experience. You don't have any degree, but you are working as an expert person, then you can go and get your MRICS. You have pathway. So similar to that, associate level, ASSOC RICS is very entry level. In the industry, if you have associate RICS, you will not be valued as equal to MRICS. It seems like you are very entry level. Yes, of course, you got some kind of recognition, but it's not equal to MRICS. So initially what they will do, what you need to do in order to get the associate, the very first one, you need to make sure that you have a relevant experience. As I said earlier, RICS, they have many pathways, QS, facility managers, art, and project management, programming, many things. If you selected one pathway, you need to make sure that you have relevant experience for that pathway. If you are a QS pathway, if you selected, you need to make sure that you have an experience related to that. So let's say that you have no academic qualification, but last 4 years you worked as a QS. Then RICS say that, welcome. You need to submit 2 major documents, summary of experience as well as case study. And you need to do 1 online ethic test, professionalism module, to check about ethics. Mean it's very simple. They are going to check about if we are going to give you a gift, where that's going to deal with you, something like a bribe. Will you accept that? It's some kind of professionalism module test. They will test online to see how good you are. It's going to be MCQ question. So you need to pass the test and you need to prepare those 2 documents and submit that to RICS. RICS will give the document to certain people, MRICS people, and they will review your document. And if your document is good, they will say that, yes, he is a very good person, give him RICS. Then they will give you associate RICS. There wouldn't be any interviews to you. You don't have any degree. You got only 4 years of experience. Then you just need to register with RICS, do the online ethic test, submit those 2 documents, then you will go for an interview. You will get your associate RICS. Similar to that, you have HND, but you got only 2 years experience. Same procedure. Or maybe you got a degree, but less than 1 year's experience. Or maybe just you completed 1 year experience. Then same procedure. You can go and quickly get to your associate RICS. What is the procedure? Submit those 2 documents, do the online ethic test, and submit your document. You will receive your associate membership. Or maybe you are a professional, any other approved professional body membership. For example, PMP. If you are a member of PMP, you have a direct entry route. You don't want to submit any document, but you need to do online ethic test, professionalism, to check about whether you will buy bribe or not. I mean, a simple term. So they will check online and how you are going to act and what are the behavioral issues, behavioral things that you are going to treat. And they will ask some question, MCQ. You need to pass it. Once you pass that, you are going to submit a letter from your professional body. From PMPI, you will collect a letter and you will prepare a small form and you will apply online. If you have it, they will award you associate RICS. Right? So these are the methods that you can get to your associate RICS, ASOC RICS. So remember, you don't have degree, but 4 years experience. You can go submit the document, get to your associate. You have HND, Higher National Diploma, or maybe Higher National Certification, which is equal to NVQ, National Vocational Qualification Level 3. If you have such a thing, and also you have minimum 2 years experience, you can go and get it. You can see here, first option. Let me take the laser point. So you can see here, first option and the second option, which is only 2 years experience with the HND qualification, or maybe you have a degree, only 1 year's experience. You can't go for a MRICS directly, but you can get your associate. What are the things that you need to do? You need to submit 2 documents. I will explain that documents later. Then you need to do the online ethics, online test, MCQ, then submit the document to RICS. Then they will award you associate RICS. Right? This is what a simplified method of getting associate. Most of the time, I don't advise my student to go and get associate unless otherwise they feel that, oh, they are insisting they need to go and get it. Because why? The difference between associate as well as membership, MRICS, if you have a degree, right? If you have a degree, I don't advise them to go for associate. I always advise them to go for a degree. Why? MRICS. Why? Because if you have degree, in order to submit RICS, in order to go for associate RICS, as I said earlier, you need to prepare 2 documents, right? One, summary of experience. RICS made certain subjects. They identify these subjects are current experience related, project related, or maybe our construction industry related subject. You all need to learn. So they identify certain subjects. You need to learn those subjects. And for each and every subject, whatever the experience that you have, you need to write them in a small table. Okay, I'm simply explaining to you all to understand. So you need to write them in a small table where that's going to be 3,000 words related to 13 subjects. They are very simple subject. You don't want to think about, oh, 13 subject. No, they are 13 subject, very simple subject related to your day-to-day experience. You need to learn them and you need to write a document for those 13 subjects, only 3,000 words. Roughly for each and every subject, how many words you need to write? Around 250 words, 220 words. It's going to be equal to your 2 emails. Daily 2 emails will be 250, 300 words, right? So you need to write for those 13 subjects some kind of your experience. Okay, for an example, you learn about quantification. So you're going to write, while I was working for ABC project, I experienced or I learned or I implemented quantification for our subcontractor. My subcontractor made a mistake, so I rectified him. Where the BOQ, he did not measure it. This is what you're going to write. I'm making it as a simplified manner. So you're going to write one document as a summary of experience, 3,000 words. And you're going to write another document called case study. You know, when you speak about case study, most of the time people think that case study means something like a police cases. I need to write some kind of, tons of papers, and that's going to be very critical. No, that's not case study. Case study means throughout your life, throughout your experience, throughout your professional things, you identify any problems, and you successfully overcome that. You had a problem and you successfully overcome that. Then that's going to be case study. Any problem that's related to your professional experience, then you overcome that. For an example, simple example, one of your subcontractor came to you and said that, ask me, I have a case flow problem. You paid all the money to me, but internally I have some problem. Can you please advise me? Then you are going to tell that, okay, what we can do, we can release the retention money against retention bond. Or maybe we can pay on account money. Or maybe we can pay material on site, which we never paid to him. Or something like that. Then you will identify which one is very good. Okay, pay the material on site. Material on site, we never paid. Based on the contract, we can't pay. Now let's pay. So that's an option that you selected. So you had a problem and you identified 2, 3 selection option and you selected one. That's what we call case study. We have procedure for that. We have writing method. Don't worry about that. It's very simple, but this is the concept. So in addition to that, you need to submit last 1 year. You completed 48 hours of CPD. For an example, you are going to attend today's lectures. That's going to be around 2.5 hours or 2 hours. Then you will receive 2 hours CPD. So when you apply for associate, you need to submit 48 hours learning, right? You don't want to submit any certificate, but you need to fill a form and submit that to RICS. If RICS wants, they may ask you. And also online ethic test. So 2 major elements only you need to do. What are these? What are those? 1, 3,000 word summary of experience, and 2,500 words case study, and other 2 nothing. CPD, you can get it from any of the institution that you are studying. And the other one, online ethic test, that's nothing. And the online ethic test related, we have another one subject. So we will learn the subject and you will write your summary of experience, as well as for that subject, you will write online ethic test. So it's not hard. So always I advise people not to go, or I don't encourage them to go associate. Why? The document that you are going to prepare, which is slightly lesser than MRICS. For the MRICS, you need to prepare summary of experience, 5,500 words. For the associate, how many? 3,000. For the MRICS submission, you need to prepare a case study, 3,000 words. For the associate, how many? 2,500. Very minor different. Only different, major different interview. For the MRICS, you will have interview. That's it. So I always advise people, guys, if you have degree, you don't want to think about associate. Don't put your effort to write all the documents, send that to RICS, and they will give associate. Then when you go for MRICS, you need to prepare a different document. You can't submit the same document you submitted for associate. So I always advise people go for that one, MRICS directly. So these are the documents that you need to submit for associate membership. When we speak about chartered, which is the full membership from RICS, that will be considered as a chartered. For that, RICS mentioned or categorized based on your degree. The fundamental requirement for RICS chartered, fundamental. I wouldn't say that that's required for all the qualification, except one, for everything, you need to have a degree as a major element. And RICS categorize them into around 6 major categories. Into 6 major categories. The very first one, you have a degree. And the good thing that degree was accredited by the RICS. Accredited by RICS. You know that one. It's very hard to find back in Sri Lanka, India, Pakistan, or other countries. Very hard to find RICS accredited degrees. For example, in Sri Lanka, we have only one university, government university, approved by RICS or accredited by RICS for certain courses. And we have many other online, but I would say that only one. In India, I don't think that they have anything except MET. In Pakistan, we don't have it. In Egypt, I'm not aware about it. In GCC, it's very rare. We don't have it almost, right? So most of the time, we will get accredited degree from UK or maybe other countries where RICS approved their degree program. And you got that degree. And you have less than 5 years experience. You just, came out from the university. You don't want to go for an associate and you say that let me directly go for a MRICS. So what RICS say that one, no problem. You just completed your degree. You just came out from the university. Come, you have only less than 5 years experience. Come and register with us. Stay with us for 24 months. So 2 years, stay with us. Then prepare throughout the period, prepare your summary of experience. As I said earlier, for this one, they have around 19 subjects for quantity surveys. And out of 19, 11 subjects are nothing, mandatory. 11 subjects are nothing. And you need to prepare that document. Stay with us for 24 months. Once you reach 22nd or 23rd month, you can prepare your document and submit that to RICS. RICS now will invite you directly, invite you for an interview. You are going to submit, let's say September, November, you will go for an interview. In RICS, in GCC, we have only 2 sessions in a year. Every year, only 2 times the RICS will conduct interview. And only 2 times they will accept the document submission. So in this case, you have a less than 5 years experience, total experience, 5 years less than. So what you can do, you can go and register with the RICS, stay with the registration for 24 months, then submit that summary of experience and your case study and also record of CPD, 96 hours, every year 48 hours, every year 48 hours. So for the 24 months mean 2 years, 96 CPDs, submit that to RICS. And in addition to that, you need to submit another document called diary. As you are a very less experienced person, the RICS will ask you to submit a diary, which is just a document which will not be questioned by interview. In the interview, they will not ask any question. But just to regulate you, you are a very young junior person. To regulate you, you need to prepare that diary. It's nothing but just an Excel format. So you need to put every weekly or maybe every 3 days, you need to put that these are the things that I learned, I did, so and so thing. It's a small record, register. That's the one way. So after you completed 24 months, 22 months, 23 months, you will submit the summary of experience, case study, CPD record, and diary, as well as online ethic test you will do. Then they will invite you for an interview and they will assess you. And if they identify that you are a very good candidate, then they will give you. Remember, don't think that I don't have, plenty of multiple experience, so I can't get an experience, MRICS. Don't think that. If that is the case, why RICS included a person who got only 5 years experience, only 2 years experience, only 1 year experience? They said that you can come and register with us, stay with us 2 years, then you get your MRICS. Why they are telling? So they don't want to They don't want to, send the people outside telling them, no, you can't get it. No, everyone can get it. Regardless of your experience, if you are qualified for any of this method, you will get your MRICS. And similar to that, you have RICS accredited degree. And also you have greater than 5 years, but less than 10 years experience. Then RICS say that come, register with us, stay with us for 12 months. After your registration, stay with us for 12 months and submit us all the document, assessment, summary of experience and case study. Do the online test and submit your CPD and also submit your diary for last 1 year. Then we will invite you for an interview. Don't think if it is diary mean I need to fill every day, 24th of so and so date. I did 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock. No. Overall, you need to write what work mainly you did today. 3 lines, 4 lines, 5 lines, something like that. Most of the time, this diary will help you to write your summary of experience. So for an example, quantification subject. So you need to write something about your experience in it. So you will go and check that one. On this day, I did so and so week. This is related to quantification. Let me write that. Right. While I was working for ABC company, I handled quantification related to subcontractor, so and so thing. You are going to write it. So if you have experience between 5 to 10, and also you got RICS accredited degree, then you can go register with RICS, stay with them for 1 year. Then after completion of 11 months, you can submit your document to RICS. Then they will call you interview, and you go and you perform, you will get your MRICS. Similar to that, you have RICS accredited degree. Total years of experience 10. And many people confused. They say that ask me, I got my RICS day before study, but I have 15 years of experience. RICS said that you need to have a 10 years after RICS accredited. No, it's not after RICS accredited. Total 10 years experience. And you have RICS accredited degree. You got it day before study, no problem. Now you go register with RICS. You are not going to wait for 1 year or 2 years. You go register, upcoming interview, you will be invited if you submitted your document. If you already submitted, prepare, register today. And next September, they are going to invite. I don't want to wait 1 or 2 years. As I got more than 10 years experience, I will go submit my document, do CPD, online ethic test, case study, summary of experience. And for that one, you don't have any diary. If that is the case, we'll go submit in September, November, they will invite you for an interview. So below 5 years, 5 to 10 years, about 10 years, with the RICS accredited degree, then you can go and submit the document and you will directly go for an interview. You submit the document and you will go for an interview. Then RICS identified a problem or maybe some kind of concern. Many of the QS or many other people working from engineering background, from Sri Lanka, India, Pakistan, or Egypt, or Lebanon, or Jordan, many other countries, they got an engineering degree. They are working as an RICS, or not RICS, QS personnel, but they don't have RICS accredited degree. So they introduce one route called bachelor's degree preliminary route, preliminary assessment route. The meaning of that, you got a degree. And after your degree, you have 1 year post-contract, post-degree experience, and total 5 years. So you got your degree last year. Let's say that last year, March, you got. So now after your degree, you already have 1 year after your degree. And total, you have 5 years, more than 5 years experience. You started to work, let's say that 2018. So now you have 5+ years experience and you completed your degree in last year, March. So after your degree, you have 1 year. So if that is the criteria, you can prepare the document, register with RICS. You are not going to stay for them or wait for 12 months or 24 months, but you will submit your document. RICS will not ask you to come for an interview directly. Once you submit a document, right? Not like other RICS accredited degree people. For you, RICS will review your document. RICS will receive your document and they will say that, okay, wait, give us a 2.5, 3 months. So we will review your document and we'll come back to you and tell whether your document is good or not. So they will review that. They will come back to you and tell that, right, okay, Muhammad, your document is very excellent. Now you can go for an interview. By the time of receiving that result for your document, all the interviews will be completed. So you can go next interview session. So if you submitted, if you are RICS accredited person, and with any of the first 3 categories, then you can submit your document. And after you completed 12 months, or maybe 24 months, or maybe if you are more than 10 years, directly you can submit the document and go for an interview. But for the bachelor's degree, you have 5 years total experience. After your degree, you have 1 year, you should have completed. Then you will submit the document to RICS. RICS will take time to review it. Once your document is okay, then they will ask you to come for an interview. Remember, many people ask me question. Is this bachelor's degree should be BSc in QS? No. Any bachelor's degree, but the experience more than 5 years should be relevant to your pathway. If you are trying to go for a QS, you need to have 5 years, more than 5 years QS experience, but your degree, we don't care. RICS, they don't care about it. It can be arts, it can be maths, it can be science, it can be IT, it can be finance, but you need to have a degree. So that pathway, that route, we call that as APC preliminary route. In addition to that, we have other 2 routes. One, senior professional. Most of the time people think that I'm working as a senior QS, so I'm senior. No. Senior professional means a person working for a company in a decision-making level, like a COO, Chief Operating Officer, or maybe CEO, or maybe CFO, or maybe some kind of decision-making people. If they have more than 5 years relevant senior position experience, then they can go for a senior level. And for that one, they need to submit certain document called vetting document, 400 words, they need to write a document, then 3 case studies and so on, so thing they need to submit. That's a different. Most of us, we will not fall under that category. And the last one, no degree, but last 10 years, you are working as a senior position, special experience. Last 10 years, you are a claim advisor. You don't have any degree, but by knowledge you came. Or maybe you are a very senior person who started a company, started some kind of QS firm, and last 10 years you are running your business, but you are not a QS. You don't have any degree. You are senior position. You are the owner of the building, owner of the company, and you have that senior level. Now RICS, yes, you also will come. Submit certain document. Then we will invite you for a discussion. It's not going to be something like an interview, that will be discussion. Then they will award you a RICS. So these are the 6 major categories based on your degrees and qualification, and based on the year of experience, you will be categorized. For example, initially, I got an engineering degree from University of Peradeniya, which was not accredited, which is not RICS accredited degree. And I got more than 5 years of experience. So I sent a mail. They say that, Asmi, you have more than 5 years experience and your degree is RICS, not RICS accredited. So you can go for a APC prelim route. That's what? These are the method of selecting route, right? So this is what you are going to do. So normally most of us will fall under what? Fall under prelim. Unless otherwise you have RICS accredited degree. If you have RICS accredited degree, you will go for either route number 1, route number 2, or route number 3. Less than 5 years experience, or 5 to 10 years, or maybe more than 10 years. Based on that, you will go submit the document. Directly they will invite after 2 months for interview. And that's why many people ask me, I have so and so thing. Can I do MSc in project management? I always advise them. Don't please go and select some kind of MSc or BSc, anything which is not RICS accredited. If you are working commercial, please select whatever the higher studies you're going to do, that should be RICS accredited. That will help you in terms of getting your MRICS. So I always advise them. It's my very fundamental advice from since long time, right? So please concentrate on that thing. Right. Now you identify this one. Ask me, you are explaining this one. That's fine. But how I can confirm that? Right. You are telling that one, based on that, I decided I am some kind of, let's say that 24-month structure route or maybe 12-month structure route. How I can convert? Normally, if someone very much expert, they will tell you this is your route. For example, myself, I can recall everything. And most of my students, I do tell them, this is your route. Even though you are going to communicate with RICS, this will be your route. Please go ahead. But if you are in a position where you don't have any confidence, you think that, no, I should not go, so and so thing, then what you need to do? The very first one, you need to send an email to RICS. Send an email to RICS. The email ID I have mentioned here, apcme@RICS, or AEMEA candidate support at RICS. Attach your CV and degree certificate. Send that to them. Tell them, I have more than 10 years of experience or more than 5 years of experience. My degree is RICS accredited and I would like to register with RICS, MRICS procedure, APC. Please advise me what are the things or what is my route. Then RICS, they will take 5 or 10 days and they will reply to you. They will tell that, dear Mohammed, thank you so much. We check your CV and we identify your degree is RICS accredited. And from your CV, we identify you have more than 10 years of experience. So you can go for APC others or non-structured or direct route. These all three are same. No structured route. Or maybe you have 7 years experience, RICS accredited degree, as well as you submitted your CV. Then RICS will come back and say that, Mohammed, you submitted RICS CV, which is you have 7 years experience, and you got RICS accredited degree, and also you submitted other document. As you have 7 years of experience only, which is 5 to 10, we are recommending you to go for a 12-month structure. That means the structure means you need to follow, you need to wait with the RICS. Registered with RICS, wait for 12 months or 11 months. And throughout the period, you will be trained using diary. You will prepare your diary. That is what we call structured route. So they have every month what you need to do, some kind of guidance. You need to do that, then you will go for that. That's what we call 12 months. So normally, first step, you will send an email with this your CV and your degree, as well as small explanation about 10 years or how many years of experience, what is your degree, so on, so thing. RICS will check and they will reply to you. They will tell you, this is your route. Once you receive that, of course, normally you will receive these kind of email. They will tell you, Mohammed, thank you so much. We receive your email. Please fill this form and send that to us initially after your first email. Then you will quickly fill the form. Nowadays, we don't have such a thing, but I'm telling the procedure. So you will fill the form and attach your document and send that to RICS. Then RICS will scrutinize, check your document, and they will reply to you. They will tell that, thank you so much, Mohammed. We identify that you are a preliminary candidate. And these are the documents for your final assessment you need to submit. You see, they listed case study, 3,000 word. And also summary of experience, 5,500 word, 1,500 and 3,000. So I will explain that what are these numbers related to later. And CPD, it's nothing. You don't want to worry about that. Your institution will provide that CPD certificate and you need to do online ethics test. That's also nothing. That's very simple. So once you complete it, they will send you the link and you just need to make sure that, yes, I'm happy about the selection of the route. And you are going to confirm that, yes, I'm okay with that. Can you please provide some kind of information to us? So what they will do, they will ask you to come and register with that. What they will do, they will invite you, come and register with us. So what you need to do, now you are going to go and register with them. Normally, now last 1.5 years, they are encouraging people to register with online. They say that this is the online link. Please register. If you go RICS website, you will find a place called RICS. Join RICS. You will find a place called Join RICS where you will go. We have many links where you will join that one. You will go and click that one. Previously, you need to send the document. They will review the document and they will tell you what is your route. After they say the route, if you are okay, yes, I'm okay with that. Can you please process further? If you mention that, then they will reply, okay, thank you so much. Please find the below link and please process your payment of so and so amount of money. So they will ask you to pay certain amount of money. For the registration with RICS, based on your region, if you are in a GCC, you need to pay around 770 pounds, roughly around 2,800 Riyal as your enrollment fee and subscription fee. After you subscribe, every year you need to pay around 250 pounds. 250 pounds to RICS. Once you registered with RICS, what you need to do? You need to send that, okay, I paid your money, please find the invoice back to you. So you're going to send the invoice to them. Once you send that to them, then they will give you access to you. What access? What access? The access for you to submit your document. Do you remember? I explained about 2 documents plus CPD and ethics. This document, how I am going to submit to RICS? Through an email? No. RICS is well-standard institution. So they made a small platform. Come, you registered with us. Here, this is your page. You can see a simple sample page. So this will be Muhammad. And under that, your name, your company, your designation, everything will be updated. You can update them. So all the information will be there. And below, the document that you're supposed to submit to RICS, summary of experience, case study. Excuse me, guys. Case study, CPD record, everything you're going to upload through online. You're not going to send it through email. So you will pay the money. Once you pay the money, RICS will give you access. Go and open this ARC portal, Assessment Resource Center, where you have a separate standalone page for you, where you will upload your document and you will be monitored by RICS. RICS will get to know whether you uploaded your document or something like that, so and so thing. And in a year, 2 times, RICS will open the portal. Once, if they open that, you will find a small box here, submit. And they will open that window only for 7 days nowadays. Previously, it was 14 days. But now, they made it for 7 days. Within 7 days, you need to quickly submit your document. So I always advise people, join RICS 2 months before. If you are a APC preliminary or maybe non-structured root personnel, join 2 months before and do your online ethics test. If you did or completed online ethics test, normally this will be turned as a green. You can see here, this professionalism module, ethics will be turned as a green. You see here, photo. He already uploaded his photo. Because of that, this turn as a green. Similar to that, if you completed ethics, this will be turned as a green. Once you turn everything as a green, and also RICS has opened the window, then only you can submit. And previously, many people came to me, asked me, you say that RICS has already opened the window, but unfortunately, I don't have submission button. I say that one. Have you already turned everything as a green? No, one is pending. No, you will not get that chance to submit. First, you need to turn everything as a green. It means that you should have uploaded everything required for that and made it green. Then you will receive a chance for you to submit. So what is ARC portal? As I said earlier, it's your page. It's your page. Log in, do your things, submit your documents, and your counselor, the one who is going to support you to sign the document, then he will come and assist you and sign your document, review your document, everything they can do online. They can do everything online. Right? That's what we call ARC portal, Assessment Resource Center. Normally, when you speak about any of your LLM or BSc or MSc, any other institution where you are going to go, you will identify some kind of, what is that? Platform. They will give you some kind of platform where you are going to do the things. You will go and do the things and you will upload it and you will give the things. Similar to that RICS, they have a small page only dedicated to you. You will go upload your document and send it to RICS. You can submit only 2 times in a year. Right? You will submit only 2 times in a year. And when we speak about submission for MRICS, as I said earlier, you need to submit mainly 2 documents. Mainly 2 documents. One, summary of experience, which is going to be, for example, we are going to learn about major 7 or 8 subject. We will learn major 8 subject, which is going to be quantification and costing. Another one's going to be your commercial management. Another one's going to be something like your procurement and tendering. So we will learn certain major subject. From that subject, you are going to come and write your experience. And many questions I receive. Ask me, we have learned. But we need to write experience. From where I can get an experience? I don't have an experience. I can learn it. But you are telling me to write. I need to write my experience. I don't have experience. What kind of a answer I can give? I gave my answer to them very simple. You learn first, then go and earn your experience. Ask me, are you asking me to go and find a job? Different job to earn the experience? No. Your friend, maybe in your company, you may have other department which is working something related to the subject that we learn, where you don't have experience. Go spend with them 1 day, half day, 2 days, 3 days, 5 days. Work with that work. Whatever the things that they are working, involve with them. You already learned the concept. Now go and earn an experience. Come back and write it. And some people thank me. After that, after I explain this procedure, of course, they earn almost all the experience. They went to many departments and they learn everything. And now they are masters. Right? One of the person who thanked me, he got a MRICS, not this session, last session. Right? So don't think that, all right, this is for something for big people. I don't have an experience. No. You can learn, then go and earn the experience. Go speak, sit down, do the things, how they are doing, what kind of problem, how they did. Earn the experience. Try to involve with that. Come back and write your summary of experience. So regardless, whether you are APC candidate or maybe senior professional candidate, or maybe specialist candidate, you need to submit CPD record as well as online ethics test comment. You need to submit that. But number of hours will be different. Depends on your route, depends on your specialty, depends on your route. That will be different. 48 hours or 96 hours or 20 hours or maybe so and so thing. That's going to be different. But mainly you need to submit those 2 documents. Those are supplementary document you don't want to worry about. Other 2 document, case study and summary of experience. I explained what is case study, right? It's very simple. Don't think that it's going to be police cases. Don't think that it's going to be criminal case. I'm going to write is a chunk of book. No, it's going to be maximum that will not go more than 9 or 10 pages. And you will not believe if I explain the case study. We have a special session for our students where I do explain them how to write a case study. They will not put any effort. Very simple. If you break the case study, you only need to write around 1,500 words. If you combine all of them, it's going to be something like around 10 emails. What are the things that you are going to type within your emails? If you type them, you will get your case study core information. Top and bottom, nothing. You will do introduction and below conclusion, and center you will put something very important. That's it. 3,000. Most of the time, my students, they came back to me and said, ask me, I'm more than 3,000. I can't bring that down. If you start at, then you will end up with a 3,800, 4,500. So that will be a problem. So if you are APC candidate, whether you are APC preliminary, whether you are 12 months, or maybe 24 months, or maybe non-structured, whatever you are going to submit case study, which is going to be 3,000 word maximum. And also you will submit another document called summary of experience. Do you know, for each and every subject that you are going to learn, you need to write summary of experience, mean your own experience. Only for 7 subject, mainly you need to write big writing. And each and every subject will not go more than 550 words. 550 words. If you start to write, most of the time you will overrun. So you're not going to write, I did BOQ. How you are going to write it? While I was working for ABC project, I was appointed by my commercial manager to prepare a BOQ. For an example, I'm telling you, you're not going to write something like that. I prepare the BOQ. So I was appointed by my commercial manager to do an estimation. For that one, I implemented so-and-so thing, as well as I did so-and-so thing. You're not going to write a bullet point. I did BOQ, so-and-so thing. You will make it very nice story. So that will give you good information. And also that will allow you to make your words in a very nice manner. And also RICS will expect you to write in a good manner to see how good you are in terms of writing the things. And if you are a senior professional, of course, you need to submit 3 case studies. Each and every case studies will be 1,000 to 1,500 words. And also, if you are a specialist, you need to submit 3 specialist case studies. If you are a specialist, mean, for example, you are a micro tunnel inspector, or maybe you are a claim specialist, very senior level people, then you need to write 3 specialist related case studies. And in addition to that, for a senior professional as well as special professional, they are not going to submit summary of experience. They will submit a document called CV. CV summary as well as statement, mini statement. Then once they submitted, of course, for preliminary candidates, they need to wait for the document review result. If their document review result is okay, then they can go for an interview next session. So they will submit, for an example, they will submit this September. They will receive their result of the document by end of November. Then they will go for an interview next year, May. March, they will submit again for final assessment interview. Then they will go for an interview May. But if you are non-structured, or maybe already completed 12 months, or already completed 24 months, then you will prepare the document, submit that to RICS by September. They will open the window by September. You will submit and they will invite you to go for an interview by November, this November. This is the procedure, going to be a very simple procedure in terms of completing your document. And when we speak about submission, do you remember previously I said that you need to send the document, everything to RICS. RICS will send you invoice link. You need to pay the invoice link and send the invoice back to them. RICS stopped that practice now. Now, since last 2 years, they started to do such a things. If you can determine your route, maybe for example, if you come to me, I can tell you route. Or maybe if you go and identify an MRICS person, if he is well aware about that, he will tell you the route. If you determine the route, then you go to RICS website. The last option or tab, it says that join RICS. Click that, you will find by join RICS. Click it, and that will take you to a page where you will find all the routes. Do you remember I said that based on your degree and experience, you will have a 24-month structured route, 12-month structured route, non-structured route, preliminary, specialist. So those routes with a different application link. If you identify your route as a non-structured route, APC without structured, non-structured route, then you will click the link that will take you to this kind of page. Very simple page with a small 7-8 stages. What are the document or what are the information I need to give? In certain stages, you need to provide certain information. Initially, you need to put your name, date of birth, year of experience, so on so thing. Then the second page, you need to put your CVs, upload your CVs, certification from your degrees and everything. Then you need to send that, move to next stage. Then in the next stage, you need to put your counselor information. Many of you can ask question now. Ask me, who is counselor? Who is counselor? Who's counselor? You can type your answers. Who is counselor? The counselor means the one who is going to sign your document. Normally, RICS say that if you are going to submit your document to RICS, any of the RICS person should have reviewed your document and they should witness, sign that, yes, he prepared the document very good. Yes, he prepared the document. A simple example I can tell. Government school and private tuitions. When you go for your advanced level exam, ordinary exam, or +2 exam, who will ask you or who will allow or who will sign you to go to exam? Your school teacher, right? But all the knowledge you learn from where? Your private tuitions, right? So that person who is going to sign for you to submit the document for an exam, submit the document for RICS, we call them as a counselor. And where you're going to go outside and learn some kind of learning, even though you learn, for an example, your science from your tuition teacher cannot sign you for you to go for an +2 exam or advanced level exam. They can't sign. Why? They are not authorized person. Right? For an example, I'm going to teach you everything. And I can sign the document. As I'm a member of RICS, I can sign. All the member can sign it. But unfortunately, I have plenty of other students. I can't sign each and every one. So what you need to do? You need to find any MRICS personnel. No one will say no. They will tell that, okay, Mohammed, I can act as a counselor, but I will not, detail or spend time with you. I'm also having family. I have family. I need to go outside. I will not have enough rich in time for me to come and discuss with you. That's why you go and find someone who will teach you, learn you, guide you. You'll prepare everything. Bring that to me. I'll sign it. Or maybe 1 or 2 times I will go through that. So that person we call counselor. So when you register, you need to find one MRICS person. Normally, I always advise people to find someone who is working with you, any MRICS person. Or maybe who is your friends. If you don't find, we do also support to find some counselor. So you need to find someone and you need to put their number at the time of registration. But it's not compulsory. At the time of registration, you don't want that number. You can register without them, but later you can identify. If you identify MRICS, you can put that information in it, right? Then after that, of course, you need to declare that one. I did not do any fraud work. All the information I provided, they are right. I don't have any criminal records last 10 years, something like that. And finally, that will lead you to payment link. You just need to click that, pay the money, done. Registered with RICS under selected route. For example, in this case, now I say that we selected APC without non-structured. So now you will have an access to a ARC portal. The portal will come with nice picture of you, your name, your counselor. If you inserted at the time of registration, it will come with the name, so on, so thing, your quantification pathway, everything will come. And below there will be many red color box where you need to upload your CPD, your summary of experience, case study before your submission. Then that document is the one which you are going to work throughout your entire period. When we speak about RICS will have a very nice interview. Once you submitted your document, they will ask you to come for an interview. Do you know that interview will be 1 hour? And mostly that 1 hour will be occupied by you. You will submit the document, register with RICS. Now you are going to prepare the document. You join one of the RICS coaching center and they're going to teach you, guide you and everything. Now you'll prepare the document and submit that to RICS. Then RICS identify that yes, you are so-and-so person, you completed, come for an interview. The interview will be maximum 60 plus or minus 1 or 2 minutes, 60 minutes. Don't think that it's 1 hour, no. It's going to be very simple. The interview will be initially 3 to 4 minutes. There will be introduction. They will come and tell that, okay, there will be 3 personnel, right? Chairman and 2 assessors will come. The chairman is the one who is going to regulate the interview, and 2 assessors will ask questions from your submitted document. RICS keep insisting. They are keep telling the question should come from summary of experience and case study. Only from that, you should not go and ask your own experience question to the candidate. But still we can find 1 or 2 people, they do practice that. You should not do that. Even though if they identify that no proper question they can ask from your document, they can go out, but that should be still within the subject. The RICS made certain subject and they made some kind of guidance. So the question should be within that. So initially 3-4 minutes, there will be introduction. Then they will give you first 10 minutes for you to present your case study. As I said earlier, you prepared your case study, right? So now here you are going to come and present the things. So you will just present and the people will listen that very carefully. Then after that, next 10 minutes, they will ask some question from that. From your presentation as well as your case study, they will ask a question. So total, how many minutes you consumed already? 20 minutes. Let's say that you already consumed 20 minutes. Out of 60 minutes, balance how many minutes you have? 40 minutes, right? Think about, you have 19 subjects. They are very simple subject. Don't think about the number. From that subject, they need to ask for a 40 minutes, 20 minutes, 40 minutes, they need to ask question. For one subject, how many minutes they have? 2 minutes. 40 minutes, they need to ask question from 20 subject. So one subject, they got only 2 minutes. But considering that some subjects are important, some subjects are not important, sometimes they will allocate time differently. For one subject, 3-4 minutes, one subject, half minute, something like that. Roughly, from each and every competency, each and every subject, within 2 minutes, they will test your knowledge. That's it. They will ask question from that subject, and that's going to come from your submitted document, your exam paper. They will ask some question, and you are going to answer to that. Done. Boom. Go ahead. MRICS. Most of the time, the problem, we don't prepare our document. Second, we don't prepare for the interview. So that's why you need some kind of mentor, tuitions, outside tuition to train you to get these kind of things. Then after that 40 minutes, they will say that, thank you so much, candidate. You will go home, and within 7 days from that, you will get your result. Congratulations, Mr. Muhammad. You got MRICS. Please find your CPD packages or diploma certificate. So remember, guys, the interview, it's not going to be something like, dig deep into your knowledge and take something. No. They will ask question from the document that you submitted. You submitted your case study, you submitted your summary of experience, they will ask question from that. So you need to be a master of your document. You should know inside out of your document. That's it. Right? So this is how simple the RICS interview is going to be. Very structured, and that will not go more than 60 minutes. It will not go maybe 1 or 2 minutes. If it is going to go more than that because of interruption or maybe current or maybe Wi-Fi problem, anything, they will have a permission. They will schedule it properly and they will extend with your approval. Right? Remember that. This is how the entire procedure is going to be. So before we get into or we move to AIQS procedure, I would like to invite our alumni, those who got MRICS last this June session, Sadir and Benji, you two join. So just to give a very brief 1 or 2 minutes, what is RICS and how they felt and what kind of benefit they received, something like that. Knowledge in terms. Sadir and Benji, are you here?
Hi, Mr. Asmi. How are you? Yeah.
I'm good. Sadir.
Yeah.
How's everything?
Yeah, good, all good so far.
So thank you so much for your presence, and I just invited you to have a very small, 2-3 minutes, just an information about RICS and how you end up, how you got some kind of encouragement for the, introductory peoples, please.
Yeah, sure. I can do that.
Good evening, Asmi.
Hi, Benji. Yes, I will invite you the second one, please. Thank you.
Hi,
Please,
good
Sadir,
evening. Hi, good evening, everyone. Here I stand before you today to be giving a small speech after achieving my MRICS qualification through Sheriff APC coaching. And it's been a challenging, and I would like to share my insights on how I prepared for the APC with the Sheriff APC's guidance. Thank you so much, Mr. Asmi, for that, for your wonderful support for my journey. And I can say that one of the key aspects of my preparation was crafting a strong summary of experience, which we called as SOE. Sharif APC notes. It gave me a valuable advices, and whenever he included few questions in his study materials, that is the one I took. I incorporated those points into my summary of experiences. So I was expecting my potential interview questions before submitting my SOE. So this was a tactic ensured that I was well prepared to address my inquiries related to my experiences. And if we consider the case study, the case study should be a very daunting part of the APC process. To tackle this, I actively, I generated over more than 70 questions of my own case study, and I got the clarifications and advices and the answers from Mr. Asmi from the journey. And I can say that, this proactive approach, it has helped me to grasp my complex concept while doing my interview. This was very much helpful for me. And, the presentation, that is the heart of the case study, I can say that. So when I was preparing the case study presentation, I have started 2 months before that, before the interview. So I continuously planning to allow me to deliver a polished, well-structured presentation during the interview, and it was helped me very much during my case study presentation, which took me around 9 minutes and 58 seconds. The chairman, he told, you nailed it. This is the word he called, because we need that much. And finally, I can say that through this procedure, for my APC, Mr. Sharif, Asmi Sharif, he has helped me very much, and their coaching and their team support was instrumental in my success. Their structured approach, comprehensive materials he will provide you after you joining with him, and their unwavering encouragement kept me motivated and focused. To anyone to achieve the MRICS qualification, I wholeheartedly recommend Mr. Sharif APC coaching. Their expert guidance, and they are combined with your dedication and the hard work, I will undoubtedly pave way with your success. Thank you so much, Mr. Asmi, and best of luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Sadir. The people gonna think that I paid you to speak about it. You made a very lovely speech. Thank you so much for your fantastic words, Sadir. And also, we have many candidates. One from Benji, who got his MRICS with the first attempt, and then also that one. Most of our candidates, they got their MRICS first attempt. So Benji, please, I would like to invite you to have a very small speech. If you want to tell anything, don't scold me. You want to? Yeah, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, Asmi, and thank you, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I'm very sure whatever you need for this journey, you are in the right place. You are with Sheriff, you are with Asmi, I can bet you are in the right place. You get the necessary mentorship, you get the necessary tutor, you get all the necessary attention that you can think of. Yeah, I can see somebody asked a question in the comments. So he said, do you have to do it through an institution? Yes, we can do without an institution. But do they guarantee that attention, to give you that attention to details, to guide you through and through? because I can testify to that. When I registered, from my experience, from my friends, that they've done it like 2-3 times, and I don't want to go the same route. I said, okay, I need somebody to teach me, to put me through. They've been through it and have every details about this. And I was fortunate. I have not met Ask Me anywhere. I just registered online and I followed all the process and everything as you are going. I'm very sure to get to a point you get tired of him because he will keep repeating the same thing. He will tell you, make sure you get all your documents ready, read, understand, and by heart your documents. He will not let you rest. At every point in time, he keeps reminding you, after lecture, make sure you put all your documents together. Make sure you review your document SOE, and that is what you need. That is what you need. Because just like you said, you have less than 40 minutes to answer to almost 14 questions. So you must know it. It must come from your heart straight away. You don't have time to think about it. You don't have time to start putting thoughts together. It must be something coming from you. And Ask Me, I can promise you, I can guarantee you get every detail you need to succeed. I went through this process, and one time, and today I can say I'm an MRICS.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you, Benji. Thank you so much for your fantastic word, Sadir and Benji. Of course, as a mentor to you, I'm really proud. You got your MRICS with a very sound knowledge and everything. Best of luck for your future endeavors. Thank you so much. So, thank you, Sadir. Thank you, Benji. With that, I'm going to continue to give some information about AIQS. And to be very frank with you all guys, don't evaluate or don't think that AIQS is equal to MRICS. The reason AIQS is only beneficial for the territory Australia. In Australia and certain other countries, they recognize, and that's going to be valued within that countries and the territory. Not like RICS. You know that one RICS is world recognized. Only I would say that very few certifications will be recognized all over the world. Something like RICS, MA, RICS, MRICS. Similar to that, in Australia, they are going to recognize something that AIQS as a best, professional in QS. And remember, when I was, mentioning something, I mentioned that RICS means Royal Institution, where RICS not only regulate or standardize RICS QS people, but many other pathways. But in AIQS, they are telling only QS. They do regulate only QS people. So when we speak about AIQS was introduced in very recent years, 1971. That formed within, Australia, where they identified that they need to regulate the people living or working within their territory and within their country. So they identify quantity saviors. And they don't tell that quantity savior mean one single professional. They listed plenty of professional. You can see that I picked only certain number, certain professional as a listed. But if you go and read the AIQS document, you will identify hundreds of professionals they listed. And they mention all these people, those who are working for a building, infrastructure, resources, utility project, job title as a cost manager, cost engineer, estimator, risk manager, project manager, contract administrator, cost auditor, construction manager, project manager. Everyone will be called as a QS. So they say that if you are working for so-and-so thing, and if you have so-and-so knowledge, then we will call you as a quantity savior. Anyone who is going to deal with cost part, commercial part, then they are going to name them as a quantity savior. So they identify all these people. And similar to RICS, and here also they started to deliver some kind of grades. In RICS, we have associate, member, fellow, and student, or maybe other grades, honorary. Similar to that, in AIQS also, they have certain categories or grades of people. Recently, in 2024 January, AIQS introduced new member guidance. In that, they introduced new terms called subscriber. And they introduced something called affiliate. So they listed certain category of people. They have student members. They have affiliate members. They have graduate member. And they have members and fellow, life fellow, honorary fellow. So they introduced the different grades of member. And most of us, we are here to go and get what? MAIQS, member grade. We are going to go and get MAIQS, right? So since 2024 January, AIQS, they are not only going to award MAIQS, but also they are going to give another designation called CQS. The meaning of that, Certified Quantity Surveyor, which is highest rank of QS in Australia. If you are a member, you are below CQS. CQS is going to be higher than MAIQS. So they say that we are not only going to award MAIQS, we are going to give CQS for those who are going to come and attend the interview. But are we going to go for an interview? What is the procedure of this? How we are going to get that? So that's what we need to see now. So similar to RICS, as we learned, do you remember? If you have RICS accredited degree, certain years of experience, what is your route? If you have normal degree, certain years of experience, what is your route? If you are a senior personnel, you don't have degree, what is your route? Similar to that, in AIQS also, they have 5 pathways. In 2024 January, they released new guidance and they made many changes. Previously, we had only 3 pathways, but in 2024 January, they introduced 5 pathways. The very first one, if you are a person who got a degree, BSc equivalent degree, and that was accredited by AIQS, similar to RICS, that was accredited by AIQS, and you have greater than 3 years of experience, and also you have greater than total 5 years of experience, you can go and select a pathway called Pathway 1. The first requirement is what? You need to have AIQS accredited degree. And also, you need to have more than 3 years of experience. If so, you can go and select pathway number 1. When you select pathway number 1, AIQS say that you have more than 3 years experience, but less than 5 years means you don't have enough experience to go for an interview. We want you to learn some certain topics. They listed certain subject. You need to go, not only you're going to go on subject, but you're going to go to the AIQS website. You will pay a small amount of money and you will complete that topics subject as online. If you are going to complete everything, then you can prepare a certain document, submit that to AIQS. They will invite you for an interview. Right? Some people may ask question. Ask me that interviews and the procedure and the submitted document, everything going to be same? No. As I said very beginning, AIQS is not with the level of RICS. It's considerably below than RICS. Because of that, they have complete different and simplified procedure. The second pathway, you don't have accredited degree. You don't have accredited degree. It's a degree, but not accredited. You have more than 3 years of experience. Now still, you can go and choose pathway 2, but still you need to go and do certain subject within AIQS website. You need to pay certain amount of money and do the course, academic topic, then you need to complete. After you have a certificate only, you can submit the document to RICS through pathway 2 and go for an interview. Pathway 2, you don't have accredited degree. You have a degree, but not accredited. The pathway 1, you have a degree accredited by AIQS. Pathway 2, you have a degree but not accredited, and also you have more than 3 years experience. Pathway 3, that is the most selected pathway by most of us. That pathway, they don't care whether you have degree or not. They don't care whether you have academic qualification or not. If you have more than 8 years of relevant experience, QS relevant experience, then you need to complete certain subject in AIQS website. Previously, before 2024 January, Pathway 3, under Pathway 3, you don't want to do this additional academic topics. Additional academic topics you don't want to do. You can see here, this is the example of our AIQS new guidance. Previously, Pathway 3, you don't want to do anything. You just need to have the experience and submit certain CVs and submit certain document. You will be invited for an interview. But in 2024, they introduced new requirement for Pathway 3 that you need to complete certain subject online. You need to complete certain subject online. So now, previously, most of the people selected Pathway 2, Pathway 3. In the Pathway 2, they say that you need to do certain academic topic if you have a degree. So I have a degree from University of Peradeniya back in Sri Lanka, and I have more than 3 years of experience. But still, I need to go and do the academic topic around, let's say, the 10 subject or 15 subject. Why I need to go? The Pathway 3 say that even though I don't have degree, but if I have more than 8 years of experience, I can directly submit that, prepare the document, submit that to our AIQS and go for an interview previously. But now, not only Pathway 2, but also Pathway 3 required for you to complete certain academic topics. So I got to know AIQ was working behind that. Maybe after July, maybe they will remove this requirement for Pathway 3. So it was not introduced previously. That was introduced in 2024 January, and they identify some kind of concern maybe, and now they are going to remove this requirement for Pathway 3 after July. AIQS, I heard that they are working behind it. If you are going to go for Pathway 3 or 2 now, you need to have a degree or maybe no degree requirement. You need to have more than 3 years or more than 8 years. For both pathways, you need to do academics topics. You need to go to website and complete certain subject that required based on your degrees. For example, if you are a mechanical engineer, then they identified your degree as a band number 40. For that band number 40, you need to complete certain topics. So you need to do online those topics. Then you can come and submit the required document before your interviews. So including ethics, like RICS, here also you need to do ethics. Including that, you need to do some other topics because of your degree or because you don't have academic qualification. You need to do certain topics. If your degree is civil engineering from outside the Australian university, then they mention that your degree is band number 50. You need to do so and so subject. Maybe some other degrees, maybe project management degrees. That degree is band number 80. You need to do so and so subject. So based on your degree, you need to go and do certain subject. Then after that, you need to prepare 3-4 documents and submit that to AIQS. Submit that to AIQS. As I said earlier, this requirement came 2024 January only. So you see here, in 2022, they introduced this guidance. In that, they don't have, if you have Pathway 3, whether you have a degree or no degree, but you have more than 8 years relevant QS experience, then you need to do the online ethic test, code of conduct. Then you need to submit certain document. You will be invited for an interview. But now they change that you need to do certain subject. If you don't have degree, you need to do complete subject around, let's say, the 15 or 20 subject. If you have a degree, based on your degree, you need to do certain subject. So now they change that from this to the other one. As a next pathway, mutual pathway. So AIQS recognize certain institution, like institution of quantity surveyor Sri Lanka, or institution of Philippines, QS Philippines, or institution of Malaysia. Certain countries institutional, they identify as a recognized organizational. And if you are a member of that, you just need to submit certain document like letters and everything, do the online test, and you will get your MAIQS. RICS is not mutually accepted. But if you are not mutually accepted institution, then you need to do certain procedure, some kind of document and code of conduct online. Then you will go for a mutual pathway. You will get your MAIQS. You will get your MAIQS. And the last one, they have introduced the next pathway called invitation. AIQS for a senior management people. If you apply to them, you have more than 15 years of post-graduation experience in quantity surveying, and you never submitted anything last couple of 5 years. You did not submit any AIQS application and that was never rejected. Then you can go for a pathway 5, submit the document. They will ask you to submit certain document, do the online ethic test, then you will get your MAIQS. So this one, before 2022 January, that was only MAIQS. But after 1st January 2024, they started to deliver MAIQS as well as CQS, Certified Quantity Survey. Do you remember CQS is the highest rank in Australia and that territory? If you have a plan to migrate to Australia, I advise you all to do MAIQS. If you have MAIQS, that will be valued in high rank. And QS, RICS, if you have RICS, you can mutually get, not mutually, of course, considering that, under mutual, you can go and get your MAIQS directly. And when we speak about document, for RICS, we say that we need to submit our summary of experience, and we need to submit our case study, as well as we need to submit other CPDs and other documents. Nothing. For RICS, these are the 4 documents. But when we speak about MAIQS, you are not going to draft any of such a very big document. For MAIQS, whether you are pathway 1, pathway 2, or pathway 3, you are going to submit a detailed CV, a professional CV, not like your job CV. In your job CV, of course, you might have mentioned some kind of unknown skills too. But when you submit for AIQS, they will ask question from your detailed CV. So you need to prepare a professional CV with a professional photo, with a professional font, with a professional color, starting and mentioning your experience in a latest experience to the previous experience. You need to mention that, and you need to prepare in an appropriate manner. We do guide the people to prepare it. You need to prepare a very good CV or resume. And with that, you need to prepare a small chart table. Appendix A. The AIQS say that you need to fill small document. Fill a document. So which company you work, what project type, what kind of period you work. It's something like a summarize your CV. What are the brief description about your duties, and what are the subject which is related to, and what kind of comments you have. If you have any comments, you need to put that. So it's a small document, Appendix A. You need to prepare that document as a summarize your experience, and this experience related to what subject, you're going to prepare that and submit that to AIQS. So the first document, CV, a detailed, well-prepared, professional document. And the second one, Appendix A, completion of the diary. We call that as a diary, a small document, list of document. With that, you need to submit your certificate, degree, or master certification. And also, any other professional association membership if you have, you need to submit that. and also a reference letter from your employer or your manager for last 2 years, and you need to submit sufficient support information and payment application, code of conduct, and also academic topic completed document and a form, small form. These are the documents that you need to combine, and those documents should not go more than 25 pages. So everything, a detailed CV, a complete diary like the one which I mentioned below, and a certificate. The other documents are nothing. Certificate, the experience letter from your past 2 years company mainly. And also you need to submit your proof that you already paid the money through AIQ website. And you already completed code of conduct through AIQ's website, and a form, application form. These are the things that you need to prepare and submit that to AIQS. Tell them, I'm submitting this under pathway 3. So you will determine that through, like RICS, you will send an email to AIQS. They will reply to you what pathway you are suitable. Then after you selected your pathway, all these documents you need to combine. And those documents should not go more than 25 pages. And you are going to submit that to AIQS. Once you submit it, you see how simple. It's not like RICS. They are going to be very simple. But the problem, the subject that you are going to mention, you see here, the form that you are going to mention, AIQS say that you need to showcase, you need to prove us you have an experience from certain subject. You have an experience from certain subject. If you are going to submit MAIQS, they listed certain subject. They have something like general, just a general knowledge or general information. And they have certain subject called basic. Like RICS, we have mandatory 11 subject, very compulsory for everyone. Similar to AIQS, you have certain basic skill subject. They are going to be, as a QS, you need to have basic knowledge about quantification. And you have basic knowledge about communication. You should have basic knowledge about interpersonal relationship, code of conduct, ethics. And you need to have business management knowledge. And you have professional practice knowledge. You know the good thing? All these subjects that they are telling, basic skill, will be lectured under RICS. And not only that, you need to select 3 subjects. If you are going to go for a CQS, you need to select 3 subjects of core competency. So they listed, if you are a QS, you need to have some kind of project cost management competencies, subject related knowledge you should have. The core subjects are design economics, design cost advice, similar to RICS design economics. Under that, they listed 4 subjects: strategic plan, budgetary, cost estimation, cost planning. Do you know? All these 4 subjects we will learn under design economics and cost planning in RICS APC process. And the second core subject, they say that contract documentation and procurement. And this subject related to procurement and contract administration. We have subject under RICS, contract practice and contract administration, same content. And the third subject, very important core subject, if you are going to go for MAIQS application or CQS application, you need to select at least 3 subjects from 3 competency, 1, 1, 1. You can see here, they have listed competency, core competency 1, core competency 2, core competency 3. So this is the core unit 1, core unit 2, core unit 3. So they have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, total 9 subjects. So they are telling that under each and every subject, you need to select at least 1, 1, 1, 1. You need to take this 1 subject under these subject, 1, 1, 1, 3. And it's compulsory for you to take basic subject. And it's compulsory for you to take support competencies. Normally, the support competency will come under basic skills. So it's compulsory for you to take it. So if you have taken only 3 subjects here, total you need to take 8 subjects. So you need to take other balance subject from this specialist unit. You need to take other subject from specialist unit. So most of the time, MAIQs or CQIS people, they do select all the 8 subjects from here, and they do select 1 or 2 additional subjects. AIQs say that minimum 8. So you can select something from here if you want. And this one compulsory, certain subject as a basic skill. And also this support subject are compulsory. You know, computer services, you know what you're going to learn? We don't teach that subject. What is that? Fundamental basic knowledge about using Excel, Word, how to operate, what are the things. This is what. And the construction technology, next one. As a QS, it's a supportive competency, compulsory for you. So we will learn one subject on RICS, construction technology. Right? You need to take that. Government regulation and laws. That's related to how to handle the laws and legal things. So everything will be lectured under RICS. So that's why most of the people, when they go for RICS, when they prepare for RICS, as a side things, they will prepare for MAIQs. And they know that one. Everything that we are learning under RICS will cover MAIQs requirement. So for an example, you have account management mean final account, interim account management. The construction change management, we will learn under project finance. It's a very simple part of project finance. So all these subjects, what you are going to do, you will learn under RICS. While you prepare for RICS, you can prepare this document. And most of the time, people, they don't study. They don't study. They don't specifically study. They do prepare the document. Only exceptional, what is that? Ethics. Code of conduct, it's different than RICS. So you need to do online code of conduct, and you need to prepare for that question related to AIQS code of conduct, and all other subjects will be covered under RICS. If you learn them, if you identify and lectured or you got a knowledge from them, you don't want to do anything. Because AIQS developed the guidance note, in that everything will be covered, everything. So simply, if you are learning RICS, you can go for MAIQS too. So you need to select minimum 8 competencies minimum, exceptional, basic as well as support competency. Excluding that, minimum 8. But if you are going to go for a CQS, from these 3 subjects, you need to select one at least. So if you took 3 subjects here, then you can select other 5 subjects from this specialist unit. But most of the time, people will not go for that. It's going to be extensive learning and everything. As we all are expert in that, most of the time people select 7, 8, 9 subjects. All of these 8 subjects are within this. And supportive, basic, then done. You selected all the subjects, then you will go sit down and answer to them. So as I said earlier, all the subjects that you are going to learn under RICS will cover your MAIQs. To be very frank, RICS you will learn many things. Under that, MAIQs required subject will be covered. Because RICS is very broad. So simply, you just need to prepare that CV. You just need to prepare the Appendix A, detailed diary. And also you need to submit other documents required by AIQS. That's not going to be more than 25 pages. Your certification, your code of conduct, your experience letter, CV, detailed CV, professional, and that Appendix A, you will attach them and send that to AIQS. Once you submitted them, what they will do? They will invite you for an interview. Where the interview is going to be conducted by 3 people like RICS. All those 3 people will be MAIQs, where there will be a chapter president. They know UAE, we have a chapter, or GCC chapter, right? MENA chapter. Chapter president will attend, or maybe vice president, or maybe their nominated deputy will attend. So 3 people will come there. And if you are going to go for a MAIQS, then you will have only 45 minutes interview. If you want to go for a CQS, then your interview will go for a 60 minutes. And not like a RICS, here, the very first 5 minutes, there will be introduction and welcome and speech. So you already consume 5 minutes. And the next 10 minutes, not like RICS where you need to prepare a presentation and deliver about your case study. But here, for the next 10 minutes, you will come and explain about your experience. You will come and prepare some kind of notes and you will come and explain about your experience. You will speak about from where I learned, what I learn, from where I started my experience, what I'm working, what I'm doing. And for 10 minutes, you will prepare that. Then after that, the next 20 minutes, the panel will ask you a question. From where? From your CV and from your appendix A, diary. In that diary, when you fill that, for each and every company I work, and now from this period I work, while I was working for this company, I handled change management. This one's related to change management core competency. So they will ask question, what is change management? You learn already under RICS, you will answer to them. So next 20 minutes, they will ask question. And finally, next 10 minutes, they will make some kind of general discussion and total 45 minutes. Previously, we had only one 45 minutes interview, but now AIQS made that to total 60 minutes. All the candidate who's going to submit for MAIQS, they will submit, prepare and submit for CQS. The panel will continue the interview for 60 minutes, 5 minutes for normal discussion. Then next 10 minutes you have experience explanation. Then 35 minutes, they will ask question from your appendix A. Then finally 10 minutes for final general question. If you did not achieve the CQS level, then they will give you MAIQS. They will tell that, no, we extended 10-15 minutes additional time. We asked some kind of, some more detailed question. You did not achieve that one, but we believe we can give you MAIQS. So they will give you MAIQS. You can come home with MAIQS. It means that you're not going to receive that income, but you will receive MAIQS. If you achieve successfully satisfy the assessment panels, satisfy all the information, you answered very well, but normally all the RICS preparation people, they will get their MAIQS, CQS first attempt, right? That's a very simple thing I can tell you. Sometimes people will get their MAIQS, CQS, but they will not get RICS, right? So you will go for an interview. They will have a small discussion and ask the question from that to your CVs and other things. You will answer to them. And finally, you will receive your designation. Dear Muhammad, congratulations, you got MAIQS, CQS. Or maybe if you did not fulfill the level of CQS, they will award MAIQS. And it's very rare. Even AIQS say that out of 2/3 of their submission, almost 60% of the people, they will get their MAIQS from the first attempt. 60%. So if you are fluent in RICS lectures, information and everything, then you can submit the things confidently. You can go get your MAIQS, CQS. And as I said earlier, remember, this MAIQS, CQS valid not within GCC mostly. And that's going to be valued within the Australia as well as the territory approved or within that region. Because of that, most of us, we don't show our interest towards. But I do encourage people, if you are a APC RICS candidate, please go and follow that and you can get it very easily. It's nothing. If you are a person who prepared for RICS, that's going to be nothing. You don't want to specially prepare any document, a detailed professional CV and a diary appendix A. You just need to fill that lines up to your experience and some of the other supportive document. And if you are going to go before July, this 2024, you need to do academic topics. That's what new requirement from AIQS. But in soon, we believe that for pathway 3, that requirement will be removed. Let's believe and pray for that to be removed. Right? That will be easy for all of us to go. Otherwise, you need to go and complete certain subjects. For that, you need to pay money to AIQS and you need to do the things. Okay. Right. This is the AIQS interview procedures. With that all, we came to the last point. Before we move to final things, I would like to tell you all, as a School of Sheriff, we do deliver some kind of services, especially that's going to be specially targeting for RICS and AIQS students. We do support all the services in order to get your trophies. Right, with that point, and this is to get you a CPD certificate. If you want to receive any CPD certificate from our lectures, from this, please scan this code, or maybe admin might have posted a link within the chat box. Please apply, so you will receive your CPD certificate. So if you want, please scan this QR code, so you will get the application to be filled. Fill that and you will get your CPD certificate. With that all, I would like to tell you one information, one very final information. Getting RICS, MARICS or MAIQS is nothing but just a commitment. You need to have self-confidence. You need to have self-confidence, and you need to have self-confidence. If you believe in yourself, like what I did myself, many people gave me negative thought. Many people say this is going to be not going to be something good, or you will not achieve, and many other problems. But myself, I made my confidence. I made commitment. So I would say that all you all, please go and find a good school or good institution which is going to teach you. I encourage you all to get your MRICS. It's nothing, but you need to have a commitment. You all have an experience. I have no doubt. You all have an experience. Please put yourself effort. Commit yourself. Go prepare for RICS and get that MRICS. Without that, we will not survive. Maybe after 5 or 3 or 4 more years. That's very important. I started a School of Sheriff for free of charge to teach the people. My intention, I need to give the knowledge. I have a passion of teaching. I'm a very detail-oriented, teacher. I need to teach that everything very detailed. So I started, but I did not identify people, they did not value that. So I started with a very nominal money. That's not my reason. My intention, I need everyone needs to get MRICS. Some people, diverted me where they say that RICS is very hard, you will not get. I identify that RICS is very simple. I need to convey that message. So I convey that message, I think, successfully. If you have any doubts, anything, please, before that, I would say that with a self-confidence, with that confidence, with commitment, please start your RICS. Start with a self-confidence, your APC process. Find a counselor, any MRICS person who can sign from your friends, from your work circle or anywhere, or we can support to find someone and register with RICS with confidence. Prepare the document required. We will guide you to prepare the document, prepare them and submit them online and prepare for your final interview. And with the confidence, go to the interview, smash that and get your MRICS. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing but your commitment. Many people, they do pay money to their institution and they never completed the document. So we have different strategy. The strategy mainly focusing to complete the document. The main bottleneck of any MRICS or MAIQS, they don't prepare the document. If they have document, nothing will stop them to go for an interview. Main problem. They don't have document, they don't complete it, so bottleneck. That's a problem. We have different strategy and we have a very stringent as well as very strong some kind of force, right? And some kind of procedure. We started last 2 batches. We started some kind of very strong. Previously, of course, we had something, but we identified that that's not going to work anymore. So we started very strong procedure to control and make sure that you're going to complete your document. That's what you need to do to get your MRICS or MAIQS or CQS. So Please start your MRICS. Don't stop that one. More than all, guys, I need to give you one simple information. Learning RICS will not only going to bring you MRICS, that will give you plenty of knowledge. Whatever the question, whoever going to ask, whether it is client or whoever it is, you will answer all the question. And some people got feared. Oh, I need to learn all the FIDIC. No, we are not going to learn all the FIDIC. You don't want to be a master. We will learn a couple of zones or required things. And you need to be a person who is going to commit yourself to prepare it. That's all we want. Right? With that all, thank you so much for all your patience. You all listened my talk and everything in a very patient manner. Thank you so much. And I appreciate your attendance. And if you have any question, please, you can ask that. Please type your question in chat box. I will answer all your question. I will try to answer all your question. Let me go through one by one. It goes down. So sometimes ago, I read on internet that those who hold PMP certification can become associate or as part of dual designation. Yes, I think I explained that one. And associate as a direct entry route, you can go and get your associate. But for that one, you need to fill a form. You need to complete online ethic test. And you need to receive a letter from PMP and that you can submit that to RICS. I explained that one and associate route. Bilal Ammar, a finance professional, more than 10 years experience, no QS experience. Can you go for RICS APC route? You can't go under QS, but we have RICS got some other pathways. QS, project management, finance, so on, so thing. They have many other pathways. You can find that pathway, and we don't teach that pathway related subject. We do teach mainly QS related pathway related subject only. So you can find that pathway and you can still go and get your MRICS. Who will support the assessment? Who will support the assessment? Assessment mean summarize Ahmed. I think if you're asking about the mock interviews, mini mock interviews, one-on-one, many supports we do provide. We do have one-on-one. We already started for our upcoming, November session. We already started now, one-on-one. And we do have document review, detailed reviews, and many services. If you want, you all will receive the lecture, the presentation, so you can identify what are the services. Many services we do provide. A counselor, I think, for some answer. Counselor, I mean MRICS member who will sign your document. Very good. Yes, but not in QS path. Very good. Muhammad Shahadir, very good. Ahmad Al-Mardi, do I have to go through an institution? No, you don't want to Mardi. If you can prepare all the document and if you know all the information, all the syllabus and everything that you can prepare your document, you can prepare it. Azim, they asked me, could you please share this session recording? Yes, Azim, we will share the recording. Don't worry about that. Please arrange to send full recording. Yes, you will receive that one. It is a great step taken by your good self. Thank you. Thank you so much, Niazi. Excellent for your kindness, for your word. Siat, Akram, and Afid, thank you so much for your kindness. RICS, Royal Institution, it was recognized, but that was removed. RICS was removed. They don't have MAR, mutual agreement. They don't have for RICS. But still you can get it. They have a procedure for agreed institution and different procedure, not agreed. No MAR agreement institutional, different procedure. But still you can get it. Hafret, considering that I have a bachelor's degree in civil engineering and now I'm currently doing MSc in QS, RICS accredited. After completion of MSc, can I directly apply for RICS? Yes, Hafret, if you have directly, if you want to go, if you have more than 10 years, you can go directly. Or maybe if you are an experienced person within 5 to 10, you can go for 1 year structure. Or if you are less than 5 years, you can go for 24-month structured route. If you have MSc degree, RICS accredited, you can forward it. So that degree accredited not only for degree, for masters too. Counselor and mentor can be the same person. Yes, it can be any RICS. And you are not going to fill the mentor's name. Only counselor is the one who will sign it. But the mentor means someone who is going to regulate, teach you everything like us, myself. But most of the time, mentors will not sign because, we need to sign around 30, 40, 50, 100 people. It is impossible. So that's why we do ask someone, find someone who will be your friends or maybe your colleagues who will support you every time. And for myself, for School of Sheriff, from myself, to be very frank, I do answer for all the questions. So normally you need to have counselor to give you some kind of clarification or to clarify any doubts. But if you are going to be a person of a School of Sheriff, I do clear all the clarification and the questions and everything from you. The other link from our admin, which university, considering that I have bachelor's degree. Okay. Thank you so much for clarifying most of the myth related to the RICS. Thank you so much, Alfred. Have a nice day. Thank you for your words. Arsalan Jawad, thank you so much. Welcome, Mr. Arsalan Jawad. Thank you so much. You are indeed a great teacher. Ibrahim Binta, thank you so much. Excellent. And I appreciate your word, kindness for you. Rashid, welcome. Nagur Miralabe, welcome. Omar Sraj, welcome. How can I get 48 hours CPD in a short time as coming window of September? But for Arsalan, the RICS expect you to complete. You should have completed 48 hours within last 1 year. You can complete it within 2 days. If you are going to sit down in front of the lectures, any of the lectures or any other people going to deliver that, if you can complete that one, that's fine. Don't worry. So 48 hours, normally the people will learn that throughout the classes. For example, if we are going to join School of Sheriff, for each and every batch, we are going to give 120 hours. So it's much more than 48 hours. But for the next September, you should have planned that. You should have completed something and you need to complete it. And remember, the next batch we are going to intake, we are not planning for September. We are not planning for September because our teaching method completely different. I'm very much detail-oriented person. I need to teach everything in a detailed manner. So because of that one, I will not allow any of you to submit very quickly with the wrong documents and wrong submission without proper knowledge. I do guide them very properly, except 1 or 2 very special cases. I do identify and I do give them. But commonly, we are starting this end of June batch. We are not going to allow people to go for a September submission unless otherwise you already prepared the document and I reviewed that. Asilmai, thanks a lot. Welcome. Thank you so much. Saidir, hi. I did QS degree in 2017, which was not accredited by RICS. And I did my MSc in CPM in 2020 is accredited. So what are the possibility for me and which route I should? If you have more than Saidir, more than 10 years of experience, and you have MSc, which is RICS accredited, that should be. Then you can go for a non-structured route. If you have an experience between 5 to 10 years, then you can register with RICS, wait for 1 year, 11 months, then upcoming window. After that, you can submit, go for a 12-month structured route. It means that once you submitted, direct interview, you will go for it. I have a 3 years diploma with 15 years of experience. There is any possibility. Parimal Raj, unfortunately, you can't go for MRICS, but you can go for associate. Because fundamental requirement for MRICS, you need to have a degree. I'm sorry for that. Siddiq Faslidin, is there any systematic way to answer the MRICS interview question? We will guide you how to answer and everything. We do guide how to build up your answers and everything throughout the lectures. Muhammad Sadir, I sent this query to RICS but not received response yet. That will take some time, Sadir, around 5 to 10 days, sometime more than that. You need to send reminders 4 or 5 days ago every time, so they will reply normally. They are busy nowadays for final assessment and everything. Very limited people with RICS, so they will reply. Don't worry. I hold a HND in quantity surveying. I want to proceed to BSc honored in quantity surveying. Any affordable online bachelor's degree program in quantity surveying? Jallo, I'm not going to recommend any university, but only one recommendation I will make. Please make sure that you are going to select something. They do provide RICS accredited. Don't worry about money, but that will give you very good benefit in terms of quickly go for an interview, RICS. So select any course which is going to provide RICS accredited. Tariq, when using designation, is it more appropriate to list both MAIQS, CQS, or to use only CQS? No, you need to use both. Most of the people, they use both. If you use CQS, that's above MAIQS, but it's okay to use both. Use both. Tariq, I expect you to get both, inshallah. Adnan Mahbub, after getting associated, after how long we can either directly MRICS interview? You will not have directly MRICS. Still, you need to get a degree, or maybe you need to have 400 hours of learning. Approved 400 hours of learning, or maybe again, you need to get your degree to go for MRICS. You can't go for directly. Associate, if you don't have degree, or maybe completing 400 hours of learning, you can't go for it. I have 8 years experience as postgraduate experience. Sadir, postgraduate, that's fine. As I explained that if you have degree or MST and you have total, if you have degree RICS accredited, total more than 10 years, not after post degree. If you have that one, you can go for directly, non-structured route. Jazakallah, thank you so much, Jasmine Sharif. Thank you so much. Barakallah Jazir. Have a nice day. If I will start my MRICS journey in September, can I start recording my CPD from now? Yes, you can. You can. RICS expect before your submission last 1 year, right? Not prospective, retrospective, backward. If I join RICS coaching now, can I go for September submission, or you feel it will be too early? September submission, it's too late, not too early. You can't submit that one, because normally our course duration is 4.5 months. It's very detailed, and you will identify, you can ask some of our students, it's very detail oriented. So we will not allow you without completing that one. So I would say that if you join now, I wouldn't say that unless otherwise you have prepared the document, or you are going to spend more time to prepare it. I will not say that it's possible. I always advise, we have a strategy to complete the document. So that document will take, proper procedure for you to complete it. Muhammad Asli, welcome. Firstly, Jamaluddin, thank you for your valuable. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Arslan Jawad, thank you, sir. Have a nice day, man. Asmin, thank you. Have a nice day. I'm BTech Hans with 28 years experience as a QS, senior QS cost control engineer, admin manager. Want to get MRICS now? Is there any flexibility based upon the experience? No, I'm sorry for that. Regardless whether you have more than 10 years, they don't care how many years. It depends on the degree. If you have degree and more than 5 years, you can go. If you have degree which is RICS accredited, more than 5, 10 different route, but you can go. So based on the degrees and experience, but more than 10 years, they are not going to give any exemption. Abdullah, I would like to recommend School of Sharif. Best service. Oh, thank you so much, Abdullah. Have a nice day. And it's my pleasure to receive your words. I'm sharing my own experience. I long with some of my other friends joined School of Sharif 2 years ago, but due to our own reasons, we cannot achieve the MRICS status. But Asmi treats us always equal, and his current student himself, and encourages us to prepare the MRICS. Person recommend. Thank you so much, Abdullah. It's my pleasure to receive such a fantastic message like other people. So it's my honor from your mouth. Thank you so much for this fantastic word. Barbara Orange, thank you for your valuable, much appreciated. Thank you so much, Barbara. Have a nice day. Mardi Muhammad Ali Mardi, if I start my MRC journey in September, can I start recording my CPD from now? I think I replied, yes, you can. Tariq, thank you so much, inshallah. Yes, I have total over 10 years experience. Yes, Muhammad Shadir, you can go for it then. Yes, non-structured route, you can go for it. Khan Niazi, I personally very much appreciate your word and especially your precise time. You have spread all of us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Niazi, for your fantastic word. I much appreciate. I should be honored by your word. Jazakallah. Thank you so much, Sadir. Pramal Raj, thank you. Thank you so much. Have a nice day, Pramal Raj. Rais, thank you, Asmi, for the wonderful information. Thank you so much, Rais. Rais Moedin, thank you so much, man. First of all, thank you for so much for clarify all. I have a question. I have B engineering, mechanical engineering, top up degree 1. I have 4 years of experience in QS field. What's the way? I would say that you can go for, if you have total more than 5 years, if it is less than 4 years, you still need to wait for 1 year. But if you have top up degree and more than 5 years, you can go for preliminary route. But if it is less than 4 years, less than 5 years, I would say that you need to wait 1 year. If you join now, when can I go for a final interview? To be Atif, to be very specific, our course is going to be 4.5 months. So you will, based on your route, we need to decide when you will your interview is going to be. If you are a non-structured candidate, if you join now, your course will be completed around, let's say that November, December. Then next March you can submit, inshallah. Miftah Muhammad, thank you so much. Welcome. Have a nice day. Rafiq. Some candidates complain that the assessor asked the question out of SOE and case study, how to deal with that interview. Normally, RICS say that they should not ask. They should not ask unless otherwise you submitted some document which they can't ask any question from that. You just wrote something very general, no information. As a direct route, you submitted, your document was not reviewed. So he went for an interview. Assessor identified no question he can ask. He can ask outside, but still that should come within the syllabus or within the information, within the subject. They can't ask their own experience related question. They can't ask, but unfortunately we can do nothing. Only thing that if you receive referral report, you can raise your concern to RICS. Sharif, can you please tell me what are the RICS accredited degree? There are plenty, Glenn. There are plenty of RICS accredited degree. If you just type Google RICS accredited degree, the very first link you will receive RICS website. So click that. You need to select the country, and wherever the countries that you live, you will identify all the RICS accredited degree, a list. I'm a Jacob. I have HND in quantity surveyors with 12 years experience. Can I proceed to do RICS? You can go for associate, not MRICS. I'm sorry, Jacob. So if you don't have RICS, you can't go for it unless otherwise you are a very senior decision-making people in a company. Umar, thank you so much. Welcome, Atif. And I'm for the landscaping and infrastructure contractor, who's basically subcontractor. So will this are, of course, definitely, Atif. Don't think that I'm a subcontractor. I will not learn anything. No. You have all the fundamental things within your company, within your project, within whether landscape or whether you are excavated contractor, you will learn everything. And more than that, I want to tell and advise, guys, if you are a person who has no experience, learn the things first from any of the institution and go back and earn the experience from your main contractor, from your subcontractor, from yourself, your other department, earn it. Then you get to your things. Insaf, Ahmed Mohammed Fauz, thank you so much. Welcome, man. Thank you so much for your valuable message. Francis, thank you very much, Jasmine, for such valuable and enlightening information. I'm following from, Lucia in the Caribbean. I will be contacting you. Thank you so much, Stansfield. Have a nice day. Fantastic. I'm really happy that you joined from such a country. Thank you so much. How can we verify Ahmed? How can we verify the accreditation course? Some institution advising, but not. As I said earlier, you just type Google RICS accredited courses. The first link that you will receive, RICS website link. Click that. In that, you have a list. You need to fill your country. You will identify all the courses RICS accredited. Rafiq, thank you so much. Welcome. Have a nice day. Samri, thank you so much. Asmi brother. Thank you so much, brother Samri. Have a nice day. Atif, when will be the session will be started and how to proceed? The session will be started, inshallah, after Eid, and we will circulate another small leaflet mentioning all the information, how to register and everything. And we will give you a link to register that. So you can use that registration. The admin team, they will guide you throughout all the ways. So don't worry about that. With that all, thank you so much. I'm feeling something better that I delivered something good to you all. You learned something about RICS. And one final words I need to tell. please start your APC coaching, APC process. It's common to you all. You all need to get MRICS. The learning that you are going to learn under MRICS, such a fantastic knowledge that will help you to get your MRICS, that will help you to get your MAQS, that will help you to get your CQS, and more than all, that will help you to get many jobs. In many of the jobs interview, they do ask these kind of question, RICS APC question. And many of my students phone me personally. They message in our group, WhatsApp group, and they phone me and say that, sir, I did not prepare for the interview. I prepared and went for that. And they asked 80% of the question, and I answered everything that I learned from the lecture. Now I passed. I'm joining client. I'm joining, supervision. I'm joining PMC. So the knowledge that you're going to learn, as I said earlier, this is your experience. In your APC, you will learn your experience. You will learn the industrial experience. Then you will go back and earn your experience. You will learn the experience. The real thing that you're going to do in the industrial, you will learn it. Right? With that all, guys, Atif, thank you, Mr. Asmi Arok. Oh, thank you so much. It's my pleasure. Please don't miss this golden opportunity to join the School of Tariq session obtaining MRICS led by Engineer Asmi. Thank you so much, Tariq, for your fantastic work. Tariq is our student, existing student. So maybe he made some kind of good message. Thank you so much, Tariq. I know that one you're continuously supporting. Excellent. And I want you to come and speak like other people, like MRC, inshallah, next time. Let's see that, inshallah, soon. Right? With that all, thank you so much, guys. Have a nice day. Wonderful. I'm really great to meet, to see you all, to interact with you all, at least with the satisfaction that I delivered something you all. Thank you so much. If you want your CPD certificate, please use the link and fill the form. And also mainly previously we delivered certificates, and it seems like they don't want that. So we stopped that procedure, delivering certificates to all the people. If you want, please, register that link. You can find that in chat, and you will receive your certificate. With that all, have a nice day. Enjoy your days. Let's meet, if luck, inshallah, next time. With that, thank you so much. Have a nice day. Good night, guys. Enjoy your days. Niazi, should I go for APC prior to start any effort for MRICS? No, you don't want to. You can start to prepare your document, and before you can discuss with your mentor what will be your route. If you decide that you don't want to go and decide registered unless otherwise 12 months or 24 months structured route, because that time will be count 12 months and 24 months will be started only after you registered. So except that, you don't want to worry about that. You can start to prepare the document. Before your submission, you can register with RICS and submit your document. For preliminaries and non-structured route, you can do that one. So with that all, guys, have a nice day. Enjoy your days. Good night. Bye-bye.